We want clothes for you that are powerful, not passable. And the reality is that you can rarely get that from just a few stores. Even if you build your awareness slowly, keep these 3 containers in mind. You will find that over time, you'll have more places to choose from. There are some situations in which you know you require a particular piece or a look, but that is just not in your closet. You know you need to look the part and it's not there. And sometimes that situation is every day. I often get to talk with women about styling because of a particular situation. For example, they haven't been able to dress for a board meeting or a photo shoot, or they have a keynote coming up. And at the same time, they know they have a bigger looming problem, which is there is really nothing in their wardrobe that feels fantastic to wear, nothing that feels like them. And these are women who are often not just sticking with old favorites for important meetings, but also for every day. And when their old favorites have run out, which they eventually do, they are literally left with nothing to wear. It's at that point that we start talking and I explore with my client where she's up to now and what she's looking for. And these incredible, fantastic, amazing women are CEOs, coaches, businesswomen, leaders. They're capable and amazing. And it's quite often that in the course of our first conversation, I discover she hasn't managed to find the right stores for her style, and that bothers her. Now, she might be looking to me to help her with that, because if she could just find a few of the right stores, then that would make life a lot easier. So I'm going to tell you why I actually shop differently to that and why I recommend that my clients do as well. Now, there are a couple of really fair reasons for thinking that your style challenges would be so much easier if you could find the right stores. Logically, you know there must be stores out there that are designed for women like you. Maybe you're drawn to 1 or 2 of them, but they just haven't delivered enough of the right pieces for you to feel really like that's your store. If you have been that lucky to find a store or 2 that always seem to have your particular flavor of gorgeous available in a range of garments, and I know the feeling. I used to love Topshop in the UK when I lived there before I was a stylist. I always seemed to walk in and find something there. But let me tell you, that was luck. And if I shopped at just 2 or 3 stores, you would probably fire me. We want clothes for you that are powerful, not passable. And the reality is that you can rarely get that from just a few stores, and I'll tell you what you need to do instead. But in the meantime, this channel is the place to discover how to feel powerful in your image. And if that's where you're at, press subscribe below the video. I'd love to have you along. So instead of having 1 to 3 stores that you love, I want you instead to have 3 keys. That's what makes the difference. The 3 keys are another way to get that ease and efficiency that you're looking for, and that is because you can quickly and easily walk in, very quickly, not instantly, but very soon you will know where the 10 to 20% of the store is that is worth you looking at. Let's take a little side trip because I want to show you why the 3 keys is more important than 3 stores. What you don't want to do is to compromise, to be in that situation where a top length isn't quite right, but it will do, or the style isn't really your taste, but you take it home anyway. And the way to avoid this is to get clear on your personal style. If you look at just the basic elements, the most basic elements, which are the 3 keys, which I'll outline in a moment, there are at least 720 different combinations of personal style. That's why your sister's style, your friend's style, your mother's style is going to be different to yours. And all of the women around you in your life will have varying things that they change and ways that they shop to suit their style. So once you know the 3 areas, then you can look for just this 10 to 20% of the store. That makes shopping really easy because it's so easy to say no to most of what's there. I have a video that outlines the 4 steps for shopping successfully, and I'll share that video here. And a lot of what I go into there, the largest proportion of that video is spent on clarifying exactly what you are looking for. So keep in mind, powerful dressing comes from these 3 keys: aligning with your colors, not the season's colors or the trend's colors, dressing for your particular body shape, and then conveying your style and your taste, your personality through your clothes. Those are the looks that you'll carry best. They're also the looks that you will enjoy and that you'll feel a sense of flow and ease in wearing. And you'll find that you see options in places that you didn't see them before. You could be on holiday and you'll find that there are options there. You walk past your local boutique and you see something that actually now you know works really well for you. And so you do find that more options present themselves in places you may not have expected. Once you know where you're going, you find all kinds of ways to get there. The key is getting clear on your goal. Even if you build your awareness slowly, keep these 3 containers, if you like, in mind: colors, body shape, and style essence or style taste. And then you will find that over time, you'll have more places to choose from because you're more aware, you're more connected with your personal style. If you want to achieve that result more quickly, then I have one-to-one services where you can work with me, and I have a breakthrough online program which draws on my skills as a management consultant, an artist, and a personal stylist to give you innovative styling tools you won't learn elsewhere, to turn you into a star stylist for your own body, colors, and life via the easiest, quickest path. You can find out more and apply to join by finding the words online program in the description and going from there, or to find out about my one-to-one services, look for work with me in the description. See you again soon.